Welcome, G.I. Joe fans, to this week's G.I. Joe toy review, where this week we will be looking at Destro's anti-tank armor specialist, who also in the cartoon worked for Cobra in Scrap Iron. And, this is one of my favorite characters, but needless to say. Before we get to Scrap Iron, we are going to do our shout-outs of the week. Well, there's Scrap Iron's full face. But, let's take a look at Scrap Iron. But before we look at Scrap Iron, we're going to do our shout-outs of the week. And we're going to start out with Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street, which is where you get all your video game needs from the Atari all the way up to current systems and all points in between. And, you could get the Atari all the way up to current systems and everything in the middle of so. And you get DVDs and CDs and so much more from there. So you can check them out. But if you can't find it and need them little odds and ends, you can go to Play It Again Games on Middle Row right behind the sheets. And you could also get your PC, your laptop, and your systems repaired there as well. So I would definitely check them out if you need some service work on your social media and video game devices. So definitely check them out. But if you're looking for toys and collectibles, you can go to 80 Weems Lane. Or not 80 Weems Lane, but you can go to 115 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles, which is where you can get all your video game, or not all your video game, all your toys and collectibles needs. And definitely check them out. And once you leave there, you can go and see, go and get all your toys and collectibles needs from G.I. Joe to Transformers. Unfortunately, I got Scrap Iron in a 2-pack with Wild Bill off of eBay. So I give eBay the shout out for this one. But this alright. But it's all rather good. But if you also have toddlers that you want to get their social skills updated, and lifted up for them to get them ready for preschool or kindergarten, go to Thinker Toys, which is where you can get all, and I do mean all your skill building needs for your toddler and your young person. So definitely do that. If you're looking for comics and you're in the Winchester area, you can go to 80 Weems Lane, which is the home of 4-Color Fantasies, which is where you can get all of your comic books from DC to Marvel to IDW, all kind of titles like G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Superman, Spider-Man, He-Man, all kind of mans, Iron Man, Batman. Get all your man comics from 4-Color Fantasies if you're here in Winchester. But if you're in the Salisbury, North Carolina area, you could go to Comic Mon stores, so definitely check them out. And definitely get your comic books. And if you're looking for some Jamaican food and you're in the Winchester area, may I suggest going to 4-Color not 4-Color Fantasy, just comic books. But go to Tropical Island and get all your Jamaican food, necessities. I mean, I highly suggest this place. Go ahead and check them out. And definitely go and do that. And while you're in that area, you could definitely get a whole bunch of good food. Get some good yummies. And I would highly suggest going there. But if you're looking for some tree work to get done in your yard, may I suggest going to Mixed Tree Service or Stoneburger's Tree Service. Both of them got good customer service. Both of them do great tree work. Definitely check them out. And if you need insurance for your automobile, or you need renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance, may I suggest going to State Farm or United Bank, both of them. Well, State Farm and Farmers. Definitely check them out. And both of them got great quotes, great services and whatnot. So definitely check them out. But if you need a bank account so you can pay for this insurance, you can go to Bank of Clark or United Bank and get all your banking needs met there. Both banks have great customer service, great banking opportunities. So definitely check them out. And if you need gas for your automobile, or just lawnmower or whatever you need gas for, you could go to Sheets or Handy Mart. Both of them got great gas prices, and well, for what they're going now. But you can get made to order food there at both places as well, and you can actually get some great food, so you get your belly full as well as your gas tank full. So definitely check them out. And it's time for our public service announcement. Because Cobra Island is a proud sponsor of mental health awareness, so definitely check them out. Check this out, and if you're in the Winchester area, you're looking for therapy, you could go to Bloom, or you go to Healing Grace Counseling Services, or whatever is closer to you. So definitely check it out, or you can go to National Counseling Group or whatever therapy offices in your vicinity. And once you leave there, you can go to Northwestern Community Services if you're in the Winchester Front Royal area, or go to your local psychiatrist's office. Be sure to do that. There's nothing wrong with getting help, and that is it's great opportunity to improve your mental health. If you're looking for somebody to text right now and you're into texting, you can text 741-741. They got great people standing by, so definitely give them a text. You can come back to this video later. Or if you need to hear a human voice to talk to, you could dial 988. Like I say, you could pause this video here, call them up, and, you could always come back to this video. And after if it's a real dire emergency, go to your closest emergency room and go and seek help. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. Get yourself back on track. So definitely, please, for that sake, do that. And so let's go ahead and get to Scrap Iron. And we're going to start with his file card, as we always do with G.I. Joe, starting with the file cards. And see if I can grab a hold of it. But here's his file card with a picture of Scrap Iron right there, Cobra logo. Anti-armor specialist, codename Scrap Iron. And the text reads, file name classified, primary military specialty, armor vehicle destroyer, birthplace is classified. Nothing else for the bio or his stats. But the text reads, it is believed that Scrap Iron is a product designer for the armament company owned by Destro. See, it says he worked for Destro. Scrap Iron carries out initial field testings on all new armor-piercing munitions and submunitions. His area of specialization is remote-launched, laser-guided, rocket-propelled, piezoelectric fused anti-tank weapons, which we will see one here as we look through his accessories. These weapons are categorized beyond the smart stage and are known by the nomenclature brilliant. He is methodical and precise. He plots moves, counter moves, and counter moves. Man, he stays on top of his game. He's like a chess player thinking 3 moves ahead. Anticipating all possible scenarios for a given situation. He frequently irritates others with his demands for perfection. But he is tolerated because everyone knows that he always gets the ultimate job done. To completely disable any and all approaching enemy vehicles. And his quote at the bottom says, imperfection is in any form repels me. which goes to show his uh, qualification of being a perfectionist. But let's take a look at his accessories. And of course, we're always going to start, as always, with the figure stand. Upraised Cobra logo. Get the focus in. And as you see, the Upraised Cobra logo. Codename Scrap Iron. And he also, I'm going to say to pierce the weapon system for later, but he does come with a hand pistol. And his ever-fluorescent glasses, or goggles, or whatever you want to call them, which could go on his face. So I'll put them right here. So let's take a look at the weapon system, which is a multiple piece system, which you have this piece right here which holds the missiles. The remote, which is held by a cord. And then he's got the tripod. But let's go ahead and start putting this together. And there we go. We got it hooked up. There we go. And he also has these two red missiles, which goes right inside the device. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. No, that's Metalhead. Bang, bang. But we'll do Metalhead at another time because I got to get Metalhead before we do Metalhead. But, let's take a look at Scrap Iron, which he's got his black helmet with the Cobra logo right there on top. And then here we finally can see his face, which he has no eye on the right eye. But he's got the scars on his face. And his head can rotate the full 360. And he's got his blue shirt with the red over lapping vest piece. Cobra logo on his arm. With the black gloves. And he's got the black grenades and whatnot. A little black piece right there. And he's got his blue pants with the black pouch there. And the red hooks, which is like same as on the Cobra officer. And you could also put one of the daggers right there. If you got a spare one. And let's take a look at his arms, which can raise to about here. And it can also rotate all the way around. He can bend at the elbow, as you can see. Rotate at the elbow. As well as swivel at the wrist. And his legs can right about here. And he's got his black knee pads, which he also has a double knee bend. And as you can see, his red boots, which his legs can swivel all the way around, as you were seeing. And he can bend at the ankle. So let's go ahead and get him all geared up. So we will place him on his figure stand. And let's put his glasses on. Which is pretty cool that somebody with these 25th anniversary and up G.I. Joe figures could actually do their thing and have removable glasses, as well as removable helmets and removable everything else, as well as articulation. So it's pretty cool. And then you can just put the remote right here in his hand, and there he is, all ready to take out Cobra, or take out G.I. Joe. Well, if Destro really wanted to take out Cobra, he could take him out too, but this is the first Destro soldier that's was actually an employee of Destro that could actually work for Cobra. And his most significant series was when he was in the 5-part miniseries Arise the Predator Arise, the beginning of season 2, where he actually did, he was shown assembling the bats, siding with Cobra Commander, and then selling out to Dr. Mindbender, and it really showed it gave him a lot of screen time and a lot of, where he did his thing. But Scrap Iron, I think, is a really, really good figure. I mean, his voice was annoying, but, you know, it was still cool. I mean, he was still a good character. You know, he really showed, he had the Cobra mentality of selling out. But, it was still good. But, you know, he really showed his personality. They really demonstrated Scrap Iron's personality. And, it is what it is. I mean, this is a top tier figure. I mean, you can't have a Cobra collection without Scrap Iron. And, I mean, this is the first version of Scrap Iron I owned. You know, I never owned Scrap Iron as a kid, but, trust me, you know, having my hands on this guy, I missed out on that opportunity. But, I'm glad I have him now. You know, Scrap Iron is one of my favorite Cobra characters. But, this has been a look at Scrap Iron. Tune in next week as we look at a G.I. Joe from the Rise of Cobra movie, live action movie. So tune in next week to see that. But as for Cobra Island, this has been Scrap Iron, and now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one.